Los Angeles, the next Spontaneanation Live happens Saturday, September 12th at Largo at the Coronet. Our special interview guest from Last Man on Earth, Flight of the Conchords, and Bob's Burgers, the one and only Kristen Schaal. And our improvisers this time out will be Jeremy Carter, Matt Gorley, Mark McConville, and myself, Super Ego, all together doing Spontaneanation. There will be exclusive live moments that only the live audience will see. These moments will not be on the podcast, so you got to be there to witness them. And there will be a meet and greet after the show where myself, Eban, and some or all of the cast will be there to shake hands, say hello, and sign stuff if you please. Get your tickets at paulftompkins.com/live and hurry, because this show will sell out. paulftompkins.com/live. Super Ego Live, September 12th. Today's Spontaneanation is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the easiest way to create a beautiful website, blog, or online store for you and your ideas. Squarespace features an elegant interface, beautiful templates, and incredible 24/7 customer support. Try Squarespace at squarespace.com and enter offer code PFT at checkout to get 10% off. Squarespace. Build it beautiful. Welcome. Welcome, friends. Welcome, strangers. Welcome, mutual friends. Welcome, work friends. Welcome, acquaintances. Welcome, work friends, acquaintances. Yeah, more enthusiastically than acquaintances. I love my work friends' acquaintances. There's something about them. They're like fresh people. I can tell you know how you meet new people and you have to tell your whole goddamn life story. And you hate yourself. And that's when it's time to start lying. When you have a new person, you can invent a whole persona. Now, this is actually something I've always wanted to do and never had the guts to do. But just meet a new person and just completely lie about my life, where I've come from, things that I've done. I took a cross-country train trip one time, which I do not recommend, because people that exclusively ride the train, whoa, that is a whole subset of American humanity you want nothing to do with. I would rather hang out with someone from the Salton Sea who lives off the grid. Talk to them about chemtrails than talk to any of these racists on the train. They're all racist, by the way. Every single one of them. It comes out almost immediately. But these people, so you are forced on the train to sit with strangers and talk to them if you want to eat in the dining car. They this is adults making other adults do this. Like, you can't sit at a table by yourself. What? Yeah, you have to sit with other people until the car fills up. All right. Will I get my juice box? When do I get my juice box? What is this? Kitty garden? So, the more I had to talk to these racists, the more I thought, I want to come up with a crazy lie. People ask me what I do for a living. I want to be very evasive about it. And then get them to ask me more and more questions until it is revealed that I'm a scientist who studies... I am a dirt expert for crime scenes. That I know about all kinds of soil. And I will totally downplay, like, it's boring. You don't want to hear about it. And then invent a bunch of grisly crimes that were solved because of my expertise with dirt. But I couldn't bring myself to do it. And eventually just ate in my little car. In my little private car. Little compartment. They're not kidding, by the way, when they call them compartments. I think cubby holes is probably more on the nose, but doesn't sound as attractive to the potential train traveler. But in any event, shout out to train people.
their weird distrust of the government, and whatever rage-fueled antics got them on the do-not-fly list forever. Keep telling yourself that train travel is the way to go. Keep telling yourself and everyone you encounter. I'm assuming that's what you're going to continue to do. Oh, and while you're at it, may I urge you all to go to hell. Hey, look, those are my views on racists. I'm sorry if that's unpopular, but I wish that racists would go to hell. I have 2 wishes left. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins. I and the aforementioned Paul F. Tompkins. Playing the piano is Mr. Eban Schletter. He says hello like a trolley from Mr. Rogers. I am going to interview a special guest, starting with a blind question from our previous guest. Then some improviser pals and I will create a story utilizing details from that conversation. I think it's time to interview our special guest. Let's introduce this gentleman. He's an old friend of mine that I've known for many, many years. He's the executive producer of Real Time with Bill Maher, and recently, he's a playwright. That's not a thing that a lot of people can say. I guess who can say it? Shakespeare? And my guest, Mr. Scott Carter. Scott, hello.
It is delightful to be here. Thank you. And I heard a flourish from Evan. That is my way of being welcomed. And also, it's not so much that these trained people are afraid of the government. They object to aerodynamics.
Oh.
They do not believe if one is encumbered in aluminum, steel,
sure,
and propellers or jet, whatever's, that it's actually going to safely take them to their destination.
I know.
Better to stay on the ground.
Sure. Most of them did talk a lot about how they don't trust biplanes.
Yes.
They're like, what am I, the Red Baron? Forget it.
Yeah, that's right.
Scott, I have a question for you.
Yes.
This is from our previous guest. My guest asks you, when was the last time that you felt furious?
I knew that was going to be the question. I'm trying to think back to the last time I felt furious, because generally I am a pretty even-handed guy.
You are.
Okay.
I can attest to that.
Okay, I'm going to go to something that is years and years ago, but it's the greatest level of furiousness I can conjure up, which was, this is going way back to 1995.
Ooh, here we go.
So
go on.
And you're going to do that underneath the entire.
Right.
So I'll just have to realize that's the accompaniment. No, we were doing an episode of Politically Incorrect, and we had the guest Marlon Fitzwater, former Reagan spokesperson. Mm-hmm. And he had written an autobiography, and we were broadcasting from New York, Broadcast Center, CBS Broadcast Center on 57th Street. And across the street were the offices of 60 Minutes. Mm-hmm. So that day, unbeknownst to me, Don Hewitt, the great icon of 60 Minutes, and super investigative reporter Mike Wallace, get an early copy of Marlon Fitzwater's autobiography. And what's the first thing they do when they get this book? They look up themselves in the index to see how many times they are mentioned.
Yes.
And they hit pay dirt because he alleges that they played fast and loose with the rules by which they had Nancy Reagan interviewed, and they got her to say some embarrassing things.
Oh, about astrology and stuff.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, this was Nancy Reagan in an interview said that she was a believer in astrology and that she consulted the stars in order to make certain decisions.
Of course. So Don Hewitt and Mike Wallace are infuriated by finding this in Marlon Fitzwater's memoir. They call up his office. His assistant, a dunce, when they ask, where is he? We would like to talk to them. It turns out he's right across the street. So then Marlon Fitzwater, who is this, I don't know if he's still with us, but he is this big, bulbous-nosed, gargantuan, sort of affable Randy Quaid character. And And so he comes up to me. This is like 30 minutes before taping. And he goes, Mike Wallace and Don Hewitt are mad. And Mike Wallace is storming over here and he's going to start yelling at me. And I said, I am not going to let him past the gates and you will be safe. So anyway, so I said, just relax. We're going to have a great show.
Just pause one moment. This puts you in a very difficult position because this guy's your guest, so you sort of have to protect him, but at the same time, you definitely want this yelling at to happen, right?
Right. So here's
what could be better?
So we close the doors to the green room. Within 3 minutes' time, guess who's pounding on the doors of the green room? Mr. Mike Wallace.
You didn't give me a chance to guess, but go ahead.
I open up the door like I'm the gatekeeper from Wizard of Oz, and I'm blocking his entrance physically. Now, this is not an astounding feat, as he was about 105 at the time, and I probably could have taken him out in one punch, but I didn't think that I should do that. So anyway, so he started, this man lied at me, and you've got to let me in here. I'm not going to let you in. You know, he's my guest, blah, blah, blah. You have no right to be here. You know, get out. So finally, after about 5 minutes of my, and I'm holding my arms up like some Red Grange era football move to block people from getting to the passer. And eventually he is turned away. So I think emergency has been solved. Mm-hmm. Well, no, it hasn't. It's only gotten worse because I turn around and guess who has put his Fisher hat on and his raincoat and his scarf? Mr. Marlon Fitzwater. He's walking out.
Even though you've prevented him from being yelled at.
Right. Okay, so he said, I can't handle this. I'm leaving. So now we're about 5 minutes away from having to tape a show, and we only have 3 guests instead of 4. So I march down to the, and marching furiously to fill out the question. Marching furiously down, I go down to the control room where there's a representative from CBS, and I said, I want Mike Wallace's work number right now. So they obsequiously give it to me because they can tell that I am not in a frame of mind to be sort of tampered with. And furthermore, everyone on our staff who is used to seeing me be a calm person is seeing someone. I'm the Hulk now. I have transformed into a completely different being. So, Okay, so Mike Wallace gets on the phone and said, Mike Wallace, you know what? We're supposed to start taping in 10 minutes and you just lost me my guest. You come over here. And he says, well, I've got a meeting right now with Andrew Hayward, the president of CBS, who says, I don't give a fuck who you're meeting. I don't care about CBS even. You have screwed with my show right now, and you should be here. So get over here in 5 minutes.
Also, don't you want to get on the show and talk about this thing?
Yes, exactly. Tell what a liar Marlon Fitzwater is. Okay, so then he says to me, hold on a second. Then there's maybe 1 minute, and then he comes back on and he says, would you accept Morley Safer? I said, yes, I would. And within 2 minutes, with a tie and pocket square and camera ready, like he shows up for work and goes right into a makeup room and they get him all dolled. Right. I mean, dolled up is not the right phrase for Morley Safer. But anyway, so then he goes on and he does the show in Mike Wallace's place. That's the last time I think I was that mad.
Did the fury extend to the Morley Safer as substitute?
No, because he had been on the show once before, and we were at least able to go ahead because we had we had our 4 guests.
Right.
And actually, then Bill brought it up, and then explained why Morley Safer was there and not Marlon Fitzwater. And actually, it was written about in Time magazine that week. Although they didn't credit me by name, they just said, I think, a producer or maybe a furious producer.
Oh, I hope so.
I hope so, too. And I don't think I've been that mad in a long time.
Has it always been that way? Have you always been a very even-keeled person?
No, I learned to be even-keeled. And it was work, it's therapy, and it's meditation, and it's all these other things because, in my early youth, I just saw my anger was not serving me. Mm-hmm. And I was not at the place in my career or relationships or with other people in the way that I thought I should be. And maybe this is something to be studied and mastered. And so I just started reading books, went into therapy, all sorts of things. And then I realized over a period of time, confrontation is almost always the worst way to solve problems. Generally, if you let people talk and if you hear where they're coming from, generally something can be worked out. And, So I just have kind of shifted to the point where that's kind of how I am in life now.
Were you? What was the period before that when you were like were you like in your 20s? Were you?
Yeah.
Is that when you would have the anger?
I used to. I was one of the founding members of an original theater group in Tucson, Arizona called the Invisible Theater. It's still going 46 years later. And
I'm sorry. Is that theater in here right now?
It's in Tucson, Arizona,
Oh, okay.
and they have been producing for 46 continuous years, and I sometimes go back and perform there. But anyway, there was just this indignation that I carried with me every day, especially when I was the artistic director, that not everyone was committed to the same degree that I was. And finally, I woke up to the fact that, well, they don't want to be, and they can have wonderful lives doing something other than theater in a desert community.
Well, that seems hard to believe, but I'll take your word for it. When you were a kid, what would make you angry?
Well, it's another thing. I'm a lifelong asthmatic. Mm-hmm. And when I would get really mad, I was the opposite of the Hulk. I wouldn't become something grander. I would become someone who could not breathe. And so then you kind of learn to not go to that place.
So you would get in an emotional state, and that would trigger the asthma.
Yes.
Oh, so like, let's say you're trading baseball cards with some friend of yours. He's trying to hoodwink you.
Yeah.
He thinks you don't know the value of a card that you have.
May I tell you a counter anecdote to that?
I wish that you would, Scott.
Okay, because I feel like I'm not going to get out of the room until I reveal this. I was always the hoodwinker. I was always the one.
Really?
I was the hoodwinker who knew more. And in fact, a period of anger for me was one day when I had this friend of mine who was going to come over to my house after school. And I knew he had great baseball cards, and I knew he didn't know any meaning to the statistics, if batting average was more important than games played or whatever. And I was going to be able to take all of his cards. Anyway, before he gets over there, my older brother wised him up.
Oh. He queered the deal.
Yeah, he scotched it. Yeah, exactly. And so when I was trying to trade for these better cards, all of a sudden he was looking on the back and admiring home run and batting average, and so I didn't get any of the cards I wanted. So of course I was angry at my brother.
And so your brother, like, he just like kind of walked in and said,
"No,
hey."
He got to the guy before he got to my house. He sought him out on the playground yard for this act of betrayal.
And you did not know this happened until after.
I did not know it. It was revealed to me at the worst possible moment, which is the point that I'm attempting to use my superior reservoir of knowledge to take all of this man's valuable things from him and leave him.
I would love it if it was an actual grown man. And who revealed it to you? Did your Mark reveal it to you?
He did. Yes, my Mark. Yeah, he revealed it to me. And of course, I could not display anger at that moment, but I was going to have a talk later on with my brother, which yielded nothing anyway.
How did that go? Did you go up to him and say, hey, you wrecked this for me?
Yeah, right. Well, he reminded me that maybe I was acting in an unethical way by trying to take advantage of this young gentleman.
Was your brother doing it for ethical reasons, or was he
No,
doing it
not at all.
just for big brother reasons?
Just for big brother, screw with little brother reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was his. I think that was his motivation.
That's it accomplishes so many things because it frustrates you, but it does save someone from being ripped off.
And it also put me in the awkward position of having to decide momentarily, and I came down on the side of the angels, as to whether or not I would try to disabuse him of his notion of statistics. No, the most important, is at-bats, AB. That's really the prize. Home runs mean nothing. Runs batted in have no meaning. But then I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. Once he knows, then I can't go back to assuming a place of ignorance for him.
Right. Did you remain friends with that little kid?
Well, we moved not long after that, so he was out of my realm of influence. But I would say that, he's someone who went over with my family. We would keep in touch with the people back in Kansas City once we moved to Arizona. He was always friendly with the family, yes, and his mother was my mother's best friend.
How is Arizona barbecue compared to Kansas City?
Well, having studiously...
I know this is an old fight.
Having studiously avoided both for my entire life, I would be the least informed person to answer that question.
Are you not at all a barbecue fan?
I am not a barbecue fan. I kind of find it... first of all, I associate barbecues with warm weather, and I associate it with additional stickiness. In other words, I find it to be... in other words, you're making a bad situation worse by
You're already hot and sweaty.
You're already outside. It's hot, and in Kansas City it was humid, dry heat in Arizona. But now this stuff, and and it's sticky, and also there's something so. First of all, that much sauce or that much goo that is surrounding the actual thing to be eaten must be a sign that the thing to be eaten is of little worth.
Mm-hmm. I have a similar feeling about, there are certain things like that I feel the same way, that it's like, if it requires all this stuff that you have to dump on top of it, what is the point of this? If it's a delivery, if this hunk of meat is just a delivery system for this sauce. That said, I enjoy barbecue. I feel that the best barbecue is good barbecue, and other barbecue is not good barbecue.
Now, this is an interesting theory. You think the best is the good?
I think it's either good or bad.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
When people say like, no, this place, it's the best. And then I'll go there and I'll say, this is good. I am not transported to a magical realm that I've never been to before.
So it's a binary system.
Yeah, it's a binary system.
With barbecue.
It's either ones or zeros.
Yeah. Right, exactly. But there's no 5 stars, 4. No. You don't distinguish between 4.5 stars, 3.5. Okay.
No.
Got it.
Yeah. And look, I'll go to my grave defending this. I hope it doesn't come to
that. I don't think you should ever run for public office, because evidently you are not adverse to treading on the third rail of American politics, which is barbecue.
Well, as long as my brother doesn't tell my constituents my secret.
I know. It's like when a business has the slogan, an informed customer is our best whatever. That was the opposite of my attitude to trading baseball cards. I did not want an informed.
No.
I didn't want to be dealing with an informed person. I wanted to be dealing with a complete ignorant rube.
Scott, one last question. Do you own any baseball cards to this day?
You know what? My mother got rid of all of our baseball cards. And I remember one time going to Cooperstown, where the National Baseball Hall of Fame is, and seeing, in the first shop I went into, seeing all sorts of cards that we used to have. And I started to tell the guy behind the counter, we had, and he pointed to a sign, and the sign said, "Please do not tell us how your mother got rid of your baseball cards."
That's fantastic.
Evidently, I was not the first person.
Oh.
And so
and he pointed to it without a word, right? He just silently pointed to it.
He didn't even look up from the catalog that he was studying like a jeweler. He just pointed to it, and then I was silenced.
Oh.
But then I actually had a this is a longer story, but I have a friend who was also from Tucson, but a St. Louis Cardinals fan. Long story. But he unfortunately died a few years ago, and one of the things he left me was his baseball card collection.
So you do have some baseball cards?
I have a lot of baseball cards now.
Oh, I hope you get to rip someone off.
And also my mother is dead, so she will not be getting rid
there you go.
of this group.
Well, if those cards ever disappear, we will finally have proof of ghosts. Scott Carter, people are hearing this on August 10th. What would you like to promote? What would you like to tell people about?
Actually, Real Time with Bill Maher will have just gone back on to the air on HBO. We will take a break, and we will have taken a break in July, and we will have been back on that previous Friday, which I think is the 6th. And then we're going pretty much straight all through up to Thanksgiving.
And what is happening with your play right now?
The play is being performed in 4 different cities in the next 11 months.
Please tell people the name of the play.
The name of the play is The Gospel According to Thomas Jefferson, Charles Dickens, and Count Leo Tolstoy, Discord, and people refer to it as Discord. It's going to be done in the Berkshires at the end of the month. It's going to be done
at the end of this month.
At the end of this month, which is this will be in the past by August.
Exactly.
It will have done. So some of you may have seen it, and I will be recalling a warm memory to you. And then next April, it will be at the Arizona Theater Company is going to do it in Tucson in April, and in Phoenix in May, and then in August, or rather in next May and June, it's going to be in Chicago, and it's going to be directed by this woman, Kimberly Senior, who directed the original and all the productions of Disgraced, which won the 2013 Pulitzer Prize, and she took it from Chicago to Lincoln Center to Broadway. I'm hoping a similar trajectory occurs with this production.
I have no doubt that it will. Scott Carter, thank you so much for being here. Do you have any online presence to speak of? You would like to, if people want to find you anywhere?
No, I have a Twitter account, but it is only for reading other people's tweets, not generating my own.
Much like
someday.
Much like our friend Justin Kirk, a classic lurker.
Yeah.
Scott Carter, thank you so much for being here. We're going to take a break, during which you will write down a location for our improv. More when Spontaneanation returns.
Oh, hi. Have you heard about television that's not on the networks? Get ready to hear about more of it. From executive producer Amy Poehler comes the new Hulu original comedy series, Difficult People. Billy Eichner from the Emmy-nominated Billy on the Street and Julie Klausner from Ugly Americans star in this unapologetic story that TV Guide calls beyond laugh out loud, very funny. Well, I think that things that are very funny are laugh out loud, but TV Guide saying it goes beyond that. So you're going to laugh at a volume that will shatter walls. Billy and Julie play best friends and aspiring comedians who seek fame and acceptance in the cutthroat New York comedy scene. Billy and Julie have no filter. They have no shame, and they cannot help but rub everyone the wrong way, probably because of the lack of shame and filters. From yelling at small children to crashing A-list parties, Billy and Julie are oblivious to the world around them. They're difficult people, but they mean well. Okay? That's the difficulty. Problems, but well-meaning. Okay, magazine says Billy and Julie may just knock Larry David off his throne when it comes to curmudgeonly comedy. Wouldn't that be fun if that was a real spectacle you could buy tickets to and there was an actual physical throne? What if that was Game of Thrones, another TV show? Difficult People also stars Gabri Sidibe, James Urbaniak, and Andrea Martin, and guest stars include Seth Meyers, Fred Armisen, Kate McKinnon, Martin Short, Amy Sedaris, and more. Now, does that mean just one more guest star? No, there's probably at least 3. Difficult People premiered on Hulu on August 5th, so it's up there now. Go check it out, only on Hulu. Let me talk to you. No. Hear me out. I want to talk to you about websites. Okay? They're out there. People need them. Whether it's for a business site, a portfolio, a restaurant, whatever else. In this day and age, you probably need a website. And if you don't think that, you're kidding yourself and you're being naive. Like Kay in The Godfather. She got the door closed on her. Building a website can be tough. Building anything can be tough, first of all. A website, I think even tougher because it's intangible. It's ones and zeros. Even if you do know your way around coding, which I don't because all I know is ones and zeros are part of it, creating something that looks good and works well is a time-consuming affair. And you need all the time you can get because soon we will all be dead. Paul, is there some disaster on the horizon? No, I'm just talking about just life, man. Just life. You're dying every day. I don't know if the sponsor wants me to talk about that. Luckily, Squarespace makes it easy to build beautiful websites without breaking a sweat. You should not be sweating when you're making a website. That is for bricklayers only. Squarespace provides simple, powerful, and beautiful websites that look professionally designed, regardless of skill level, no coding required. So it looks nice, and then you can lie and tell people, I had a professional make this for me, and they sweat a bunch. Okay, making note to myself, cut out that cough. Not only does Squarespace provide you with intuitive and easy-to-use tools to create your website, Squarespace also has state-of-the-art technology powering your site. I was going to say providing. They don't provide the site. You provide the site with their tools. And that ensures security and stability. You know you can trust Squarespace for your website needs when millions of people and some of the most respected brands in the world trust in them too. Respected brands are people, my friend. You can't beat the ease and simplicity of Squarespace because Squarespace gives you 24/7 online support and a beautiful website for only $8 a month. It is worth it to not have to worry about all that junk you got to worry about. You can even get a free domain if you buy Squarespace for the year. Start a trial with no credit card required and start building your website today. When you decide to sign up for Squarespace, make sure to use the offer code PFT, that's me, to get 10% off your first purchase and to show your support for Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins. That's also me. Squarespace. Build it beautiful. And build it beautiful. I complimented you.
Oh, man. Look, I don't know if there's any awards for podcast ads, but I nominate that one for the best. Welcome back, everyone. It is time to meet our pals from the world of pretend. Sitting right next to me, as she did. She's very enthusiastic. She needed an Advil because her hand hurts.
Oh, Paul, you're not supposed to tell everyone my
It
secrets.
humanizes you. You know her.
Off my pedestal I go.
You know her as Rana of Rana and Beverly.
You do.
Podcast right here on Earwolf. She is hilarious. She is a
I
dear
love it
friend.
when people say that. I love it
It's
when
true.
people preface something I have to do with she's hilarious.
Were you hoping to just coast on this one?
I was hoping to be hilarious, but not to be labeled as such.
Guess what?
Too bad.
You have been labeled so because you are so. It is Jessica.
And the stakes get higher.
Jessica Chaffin.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Would you prefer I introduce you by saying, you know what?
She's
been
all right.
funny. Let's
Yeah.
see what she's got.
Yeah, like sometimes I enjoy her company. We'll see. Jessica Chaffin.
Hilarious in conversation.
Not as funny on stage.
Jessica, how have you been?
I've been remarkably well.
I feel like I haven't seen you since the last time you were on the show, but that can't be so.
No, we saw each other once in between at the Sweeney's. Remember we had dinner?
At our dear friends, the Sweeneys. That's right.
Yeah, we
had
did.
dinner al fresco.
We got to sit across from each other at dinner,
That's true.
which is my favorite place to sit if you're at the dinner.
She's talking to the listener.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you for having me here.
Whether we're talking through microphones or not.
It's always a pleasure.
Jessica, I'm going to look at someone else now.
Please do.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm looking directly across the table at this young lady who is one of my colleagues from No You Shut Up. She is a gifted improviser and puppeteer. She essays the role of Star Schlesinger, the hateful squirrel. Say hello to Colleen Smith.
Hello.
Colleen, hi. Thanks for coming back to the show.
Once again, the pleasure is mine.
I'm very excited to have you here as always.
Thank you.
Have you been well since the last time I've seen you?
I have-ish. I'm fighting off a cold, or I'm ending a cold, so I might be coughing. I have a reserve cough drop prepared. I just realized. In a panic during the beginning part of this, I was like, oh, don't blow it by coughing.
Now, I hope you will unwrapping? Oh, forget it. I'm going to abandon my thought. I hope you will. It's going to be about my favorite thing, which is the admonishment to theater goers to unwrap all their
yes.
lozenges and hard candies.
Yeah, before the production
performance
starts. I just don't know how many people are walking around with hard candies. I guess it's matinees. It's all old
Oh,
people at
yeah.
matinees.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you know as soon as it happens.
you do.
When they unwrap it?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. One time, I brought my favorite snack to the theater, celery wrapped in cellophane.
Yes.
I thought, okay, you give me a hard time about the unwrapping. You never said you were going to give me a hard time about eating it.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
We went to a matinee. My wife and I went to a matinee to see a friend of ours who was appearing in Frost Nixon, our friend Remy Aubergenois. Shout out to French. And he was in the play. He got us tickets. We went to a matinee. And it was us and all the old people in the world. And then afterwards, he said, we were sitting, so-and-so, you're so great. And he goes, yeah, I think I saw you guys. Like, oh, you think you saw us?
I have a whole matinee story, but it's so long, I'm not going to tell it.
How How long could it be?
It's not even my story. I'll tell you really quick. It's like another story. Do you know that play Mousetrap? I guess it's like the longest running play ever.
Yeah.
The Milton Bradley game.
Yeah, and I guess during the matinee, there's like
In
one
London,
particular,
it's in London.
in London. And one particular matinee is like the worst matinee. It's like a Wednesday matinee or something.
Honest to God, Colleen, I thought you said, "Did you ever play Mousetrap?"
No.
And I was thinking of the game.
Do you know that the theatrical production?
Yes,
Mousetrap,
not
The
Death Trap.
longest running
play in the
yes.
world.
Yeah.
Oh, Mousetrap and Death Trap, two different plays.
Yes.
different places.
Mousetrap.
So I guess in this matinee, it's like very annoying and whatever. And
The play is annoying.
yes, so they've added this dumb joke for the actors to keep them awake is that they have a Brussels sprout, and throughout the play they try to deftly hand each other the Brussels sprout, and whoever ends up with the Brussels sprout when the play's over has to buy drinks for the cast, and it's just like the way they keep the show fun for them.
This is the actors are doing this.
Yeah.
The idea is to keep the audience from seeing that
Yeah,
they
the
are
audience
passing this
can't
Brussels
know.
sprout.
It's like a secret hot potato because they've
Right.
been doing the same play for a gajillion years.
That's amazing.
But I guess some friend of theirs was going to come see the play, and they all knew it, and he really wanted to be the guy who could spot the Brussels sprout. So knowing that he was coming, they did it with a cabbage. And so he said it was entirely him and just a busload of Koreans. And so this whole group of Koreans who, I don't know if they spoke English or not, are watching like the longest running play in England or in the world. And the actors, without talking about it, are just handing around a head of cabbage throughout the entire play.
what? How were they allowed to do this?
Because I guess it was one of those death. I mean, what are they going to get shut down? I mean, at this point,
well, they could all get fired, right?
I guess, but maybe no one's paying attention. Maybe
Probably.
at some
That
point they
sounds
try to
likely.
get it to the production. I don't know.
And
Anyway,
they're probably dying to be fired.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then they can get their unemployment.
I mean, how many times? You're
Anyway,
not
it's not my
surprised.
story, so I have no follow-up information for you.
Do you know if he spotted the cabbage?
I believe he did see it
All
at
right.
some point.
You freaking miss it.
That's his.
Oh,
he's making a
that brings
joke,
us to
Mike.
this gentleman.
Hello. Shall
Another-
I tell my matinee stories? I've been in so many matinees.
One moment, sir. One moment, sir. Let me
All
introduce
right.
you.
Fine.
Another of my Know You Shut Up colleagues, CSA's the role of Little Armand Mite, the hateful mouse.
Yes.
Kangaroo rat. He's a kangaroo rat.
kangaroo
I
rat.
apologize.
Yeah.
Easy mistake to make. Kangaroo rat, of course, we all know from Dune by Frank Herbert.
What?
There is Muad'Dib.
Oh, yeah.
Although it's not it can't be a kangaroo rat. It's some because
It has to have some kind of
it's another
spacey name,
planet.
right?
Yeah.
Maybe they say it differently, like kangaroo. or something, you know.
Gross. Please say it. Please say hello to Michael Oosterom.
Hello.
Did I pronounce it correctly
You
again?
did second time.
Michael,
Thank you.
every single time, just before it's about to come out of my mouth, I panic.
You sweat a little bit.
That's not
Yeah.
it.
You know, it's the kind of thing that I probably should have more self-esteem and correct people, but for all my life, I'm like, yeah, say it however you want. I'm not going to try to explain. So then I went to Holland as a teenager. We're saying it wrong in America. My whole family's been saying it wrong the entire time.
How do you say it in Holland?
Oosterom.
Oh well, that's too much.
Yeah.
But that's
we
with an
get it,
accent.
you're Dutch.
That's with an accent.
Yeah. Well, it's a Dutch word, their pronunciation. I'm
Yeah.
not going to fight them over it.
But here, this gets me into a long. This is a pet peeve of mine.
Okay.
I know where this is going.
Is American people that I know who have performed in Australia who pronounce Melbourne as Melbourne.
Yeah, we know.
Oh.
That is, it's not pronounced Melbourne. It's Melbourne.
Do Australians pronounce it Melbourne?
Australians pronounce it
Melbourne.
Melbourne because they have Australian
It's
accents.
Australia. Yeah. Okay.
That's
yeah.
why what they're trying to say to you is don't say Melbourne. It's not
Right.
Melbourne.
Hey, it's not Melbourne.
Yeah.
Melbourne.
It's Melbourne.
the same thing with Edinburgh. If you say Edinburgh,
That's what I was
they
gonna
know
say.
you've been. But if you say Edinburgh, they know you've. They think
I
you've
actually
But you're not
don't
supposed to
say
say-
Edinburgh. I
It's
skip
Edinburgh.
But you're not
it-
supposed to say Edinburgh.
Oh, I thought you were.
No,
no, I say Edinburgh.
it's Edinburgh.
I say Edinburgh.
But if you're American, you might say Edinburgh.
Well, I'm not one of those Americans.
Well, it seems like you got a little double standard when it comes to the Australian accent, don't you?
Yeah.
Wait, how do
because
I have
Melbourne is the same as Edinburgh.
So
They're both spelled
if I were to pronounce
differently
it,
than they're pronounced.
But if I pronounce it in my accent, EDIN,
What do you call Melbourne? What do you call
Melbourne.
it? Melbourne.
It's Melbourne.
Yeah.
That's what those people are saying in their accents. They're
Right.
saying Melbourne.
But Edinburgh is they're saying Edinburgh in the same. It's the same in their accent. They're saying.
So Americans should say if they
want to be monsters, yeah. Or
You didn't let me finish my sentence. I don't know which the monsters are.
okay.
This
go.
is why I don't correct people pronouncing my name, because a fight breaks out.
Yeah.
The word is Edinburgh, but they pronounce it Edinburgh because of their accents.
Yes.
Yeah.
Edinburgh would be entirely incorrect.
No one
You're just a
says-
hayseed if you say Edinburgh.
Do you
Yeah.
say Barcelona?
See?
If I want to get punched, I do. Barcelona.
Everyone agrees that Barcelona is
The
disgusting.
Castilian accent.
I also say London. Yeah, it was fun. We took a trip over to the UK. We went to London.
London.
All right, that's neither here nor there.
London.
No.
Welcome to everyone.
Thanks.
To all three of yous.
Thank you.
Guys, are you ready?
Well, now I forgot everything,
To
but
do-
I'll try.
What did you forget that
stuff.
you need to know?
All the stuff.
All the stuff. The stuff we're about to make up, you
Yeah,
forgot?
I forgot it all.
I think you'll be okay. Guys, we're going to improvise a story. Audience, so you know, there will be sound effects you will hear that anybody here can control. So you know where we are in the storytelling. If we are doing a scene that takes place concurrent with the current scene we are doing, you will hear this. That is a cut to. If in a scene someone has a memory, they're going to tell some story of the past, you will hear this flashback sound. If we want to return from the flashback to the present day or go into the future, you will hear this flash forward sound. It all makes sense. And what we're going to do is tell one long story. So anything that we cut to, flashback to, whatever, it all connects to this larger story that we are telling. And where is this story set? Well, according to Scott Carter, our location is Death Valley. Death Valley. So, we take yous now to, I'm assuming there's just the one, so I'm going to say Death Valley, USA. Hey, are you okay?
I can't. I'm fine. I'm so upset that we're here and I'm having an asthma attack.
Okay, now when we agreed that this was our honeymoon destination,
I know, but it was your choice, really. No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Peggy, we discussed this at length. I said I've always wanted to go to Death Valley, the most romantic spot in America.
You did.
And you said you would do it. You said you thought it was a great idea and that it would be a wonderful place to celebrate our love.
I just wanted you to marry me.
So
I thought you wouldn't marry me if we didn't agree on the honeymoon.
please,
Now I'm getting more upset.
will you use your inhaler?
Hey.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
That's a little better.
Hi there.
Hey.
Hi
What,
there.
what y'all doing out here? I've been out here, I don't know how long, but I've been out here all by myself. Hey.
Oh, well, my name is Ron. This is Peggy, and
Hi,
we're on our
Peggy.
honeymoon. We
Hey,
just
Ron,
got
Peggy.
married. Hi.
Hey.
What's your name?
Toadstool?
Toadstool.
Toadstool.
Yeah.
Like the mushroom.
Yeah.
It grows in more
Moist
climates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I'd come here to dry up.
To dry out?
Yeah, because I'm Toadstool. And also an alcoholic. You know what they don't have in Death Valley? Liquid.
No, there's not an abundance of it.
No. It's hard to be an alcoholic here.
We just checked into the motel and they
That's good.
said,
That's good. It's good motel.
yeah, they said there's no running water.
No.
Yeah.
There was vodka in the minibar, though.
Oh.
So, you guys are going to be in room 6C.
Oh,
I hope you enjoy your time. Ooh, she doesn't look good.
She's fine.
Yeah?
She's fine.
Sure. I like it when men speak for women in distress. So, as long as she's fine, doesn't make a mess. I got to give you kids a heads up. No liquid in the hotel.
No liquid at all?
Not this week. So, I'm going to give you guys $250 off your bill.
Wait.
The room was only $74.
Wow, it's $2.50 less now.
Are you saying $2.50?
$2.50 discount for lack of liquid. Hey, I gotta go lead a burro tour, so you guys have fun in the desert. Let me know if you need anything, unless that includes liquids.
Hold on a second.
Then I can help you.
How are you supposed to shower?
Hey, this is the challenge that Death Valley presents. Think about your American forebears who crossed this desert land. They didn't shower. You didn't see them crying about it. And they created California when they got to the end of the road.
I didn't choose this location.
Well, you have to take that up with your husband,
Yeah.
because I got to
I
go
wanted
lead
to
a
go to-
burro tour.
Yeah, you said.
Those burros aren't going to tour themselves.
Hawaii.
Well, we've reached almost California.
Oh, boy, that was rough. In Death Valley, we should have brought some water. I hereby christen it Death Valley, because so many of our friends died back there.
It's just the two of us.
It is. Should we go north or south from here in these mountains?
No.
If we go south, it'll be sunny all the time.
Uh-huh.
If it goes north, it'll be bookish and cold and pretentious.
Oh, I love a bookish, cold, pretentious climate.
North it is! To the East Bay.
Every time. All right, you founding fathers, you better get on that expedition.
All right.
Okay. Anyway, Toadstool, that's what happened when we checked in.
Yeah.
So, where are you staying here?
Here.
Just here in the desert?
Yeah, pretty much. I stay on here, and then at some point, my sunburn gets so bad that I pass out from the pain.
You're very red and peely.
Yeah, that's summer.
But I understand that you wanted to dry out, but did you not think that maybe you would need some sort of shelter or something?
Oh, Toadstool doesn't think in future tense. Just it's all present tense.
Really?
Yeah.
God, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah, it's like meditating.
Yeah. Except that, what if you're really angry?
You just be angry. What do you want to do?
I am presently really angry.
Your voice, you can breathe now, though, so that's good.
That's true, I can. But you're right. If I get more upset, I might start having another asthma attack.
No,
Peggy?
And then we'll have to talk about the rest of our life, which I've agreed to spend with a man who took me to a place where there's no water.
Peggy? No, I didn't know there was no water here. You did agree to marry me. That was you did that of your own free will.
It's better than the Salton Sea.
I did.
At the Salton Sea,
I did.
it's not a
I
sea.
love 'em.
It's actually just water with salt and toxic chemicals.
You've been to the Salton Sea?
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
What were you doing there?
Oh, you're from...
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Come take a picture with the Salton Sea. Me and my sister.
Hey, everybody.
How much for the picture?
Yeah, how much does that cost to take a picture with the ladies?
Oh, this is my sister, leg
count
cramp.
Yep.
Hey, leg cramp. What's up?
leg cramp.
I count all the money. I hold all the money. I hold it.
Oh, it's $5, but in bills and not in fives.
It's how much?
See,
Five ones.
five single dollars. Five single
No
dollars.
if I had a $5 bill, we're out of luck.
No.
No.
Please. Five single
You
dollars.
just want singles.
No, because you can't feed fives into the vending machine, and that's how leg cramp and I eat.
Wait,
Take a picture. Take a picture.
Hold
Take
on,
a picture.
hold on a second. $5 for one picture with the both of yous?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like $10 to get a picture of each.
To both of us for $7.
Yeah, $7.
Oh, you know what though? Dollar bills, they're not as good as coins. Coins are really the best thing.
yeah.
We take coins, but they get hot.
Yeah. They burn up our pockets.
I don't know, Rocco. These ladies have thought of everything.
Oh, you know what? The one coin that doesn't get hot?
We're getting hungry. But hurry up and take the picture.
The one coin that never gets hot is the penny because it's a different color than the other coins. I mean, that's really what you want is the penny. 5 pennies?
Well, it's made of metal.
Yeah, I know, but it's like a non-heat conducting metal.
It's a poor conductor of heat.
Yeah, it is leg cramp.
Well, we don't want no pennies then.
Yeah, then we
No,
want
we
good
take
news.
pennies.
do
All
what?
pennies. We take
All pennies? Okay.
$5 worth of pennies.
Oh,
for a
no. The vending
photograph?
machine don't take pennies.
Yeah, vending machine don't
no.
take pennies. Vending machine is the boss here.
What's in this vending machine?
Oh, it's heaven on earth.
Yeah, we get snowballs.
Yep.
Twinkie.
Yep.
What else?
Frito. They're the only ones on earth that still have barbecue Fritos.
Yeah, they got all the flavors of Fritos.
man.
They got flaming hot Fritos.
The barbecue Fritos with the little grill
No,
marks on it?
not honey
no,
barbecue,
no.
not honey barbecue Fritos, just barbecue Fritos.
Jalapeno Fritos.
I'm getting hungry.
No, don't get leg cramp started on jalapeno Fritos.
Man.
So that was how you made money.
Yeah, leg cramp ended up marrying one of those guys and leaving me.
Hey, leg cramp. I just gotta say, I've met a lot of women in my life.
Well, I'm
But never met a-
mostly that.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell from your shape.
I'm a girl also.
A girl and a lady.
Yep.
And a woman.
Yep. Sorta.
This may sound crazy, and this may be coming from I don't know where, but I need to marry you.
Ooh, they got barbecue Fritos there.
We're gonna have barbecue Fritos for life. At marriage?
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
I do it.
I'm gonna make you a bed at a barbecue
I do it.
Fritos.
Don't tell Toadstool, no.
No, let's keep it away from Toadstool.
Okay, I gotta go bathroom, Toadstool. I'll be back.
I was standing here the whole time. I heard the whole conversation.
Oh man.
Oh no.
I guess we got invited to the wedding now.
No.
They got Fritos there.
It's gonna be a real Frito wedding.
Hey, Nick, what's going on here?
I'm getting married.
What?
Yeah!
It's a great road trip. I'm so happy for you.
Well, that sounds almost as romantic as our wedding.
After Lake Current left, I started drinking. I used all my dollars to buy alcohol, and then my life went in a bad direction.
This is they say like attracts like.
No, I know they say that.
Yeah. So
Who's they?
Wait, are you saying...
I'm saying you've taken us on a negative experience, and we've now met a woman who is basically a blister, and the irony being she can't find anything to drink. Do you ever eat your blisters?
Sometimes.
Oh.
Human skin is the best kind of skin. People will try to tell you it's fried chicken skin, but I've tried all the skins. I gotta tell you, human skin is the best.
What about armadillo's skin?
It's not as tasty as you would think.
Darling, I think it's pronounced armadillo.
Armadillo.
Oh, yeah. Armadillo. Like
Armadillo.
tortillo.
Tortilla, exactly.
That's right.
It's very similar.
Tortillo.
Similar.
Yeah.
Toadstool, what do you do for fun out here? Because we have a dinner reservation booked for tonight, but we still don't know what we're doing after dinner.
No, we were leaving it open to just sort of enjoy whatever Death Valley threw at us.
Well, I like to have conversations with my hallucinations.
Oh.
They can get spirited. And then there's lots of peyote. You want to take some peyote?
Oh.
Want to take some peyote?
Let me talk to my wife for a
Okay, I won't listen in.
second. Thank you, Toadstool. Peggy,
Yeah.
I'm scared to take peyote. Should we do it?
Well, it's organic.
It is organic.
And I'm on an all organic diet. So even though we're staying in a hotel that's $72.50 a night, or
right.
$71.50, I apologize.
Yeah, it used to be more.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just eating Fritos.
Where'd you get those Fritos, Toadstool?
That's the only thing I brought with me. Unfortunately, they're very salty, so they make me thirstier.
Let's take the peyote and then see where the peyote takes us. All right.
Oh, we're back.
Let's get back to
We're
Toadstool.
back.
Toadstool?
Finishing each other's sentences.
We accept married life. This is 40. Toadstool, we accept your gracious invitation to take peyote.
Okay. I already put it in you.
What? I beg your pardon?
Yeah, I put it up in your orifices
When did that happen?
when you guys were talking to each other.
You mean you very deftly, without us even being aware of it, put peyote inside of us?
I got a lot of skills. You gotta learn skills when you work at the Salton Sea.
I get.
Sounds like you have a few,
Yeah.
but highly developed skills.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Wait, I feel very strange. I feel
Woozy.
Like, oh, let me get this out of the way. Ugh. I heard that happens. Yeah, things are different now. Are you okay? Are you, Peggy?
My throat is constricted.
What a thin, tiny stream of vomit that just came out of you.
Well, my throat was constricted from
No, I
the asthma attack that I'm having because I'm getting anxious.
About the peyote.
Mommy, after you go on your honeymoon with my new daddy, is life going to be different?
Well, he'll be coming home with me
Okay.
and living here with us.
Okay.
So that'll be a change.
Okay.
And we're hoping to experience some new things. So I may not be the same person when I get back. Not in the way that you think of me. Not in the way that you think of me as your mommy.
Would I recognize your face?
Oh.
Peggy, can I talk to Tina?
Oh, sorry.
Tina,
Yes.
your mommy might be a completely different looking person when she comes back, or she might have a completely different personality because we're looking to have interesting experiences.
Okay. Oh, okay.
That's
Would
why
you-
adults get married.
Yeah. Would you like to have a different looking mommy or a different sounding mommy?
I mean, I like the mommy that I have.
That's not one of the choices. Sorry.
Oh.
Oh, man. Okay, things are getting weird.
Yeah. I mean,
Greetings
it just-
to you, travelers on a mystic journey.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Look down at me, your asthma inhaler.
Hey, what?
Whoa.
I will be your guide
No, come. Yo.
on this journey.
Peggy, I have a
Of
feeling.
enlightenment.
I have a feeling we're about to embark on a strange and wondrous journey. Oh my gosh, you guys. What's going to happen to Ron and Peggy on their peyote trip? What about Toadstool? Can she be trusted? And this asthma inhaler, it's talking now? We'll find out what happens when Spontaneation returns.
Guess what's up on Netflix and has been since July 31st? Just waiting there for you. The hottest new comedy of the summer, Wet Hot American Summer, First Day of Camp. This is a Netflix original series. Oh, is it original? Because the movie that they did that this is based on, Netflix didn't make that. No. But this is the series, so that makes it a Netflix original. I hate when you try to do this to me. From the filmmakers that brought you the original cult classic comes the prequel to one of the most quoted films of a generation. Now we're talking about the original again. Do you remember the quotes from that movie? From the original Wahas? Quotes like, "You taste like a burger. I don't like you anymore. I'm going to go fondle my sweaters. And of course, I want you inside of me." That's where that phrase comes from. So anytime that's been uttered in an intimate moment, please know that your partner is quoting Wet Hot American Summer. Do they have strange priorities when it comes to the bedroom? Do you really want to drag some comedy movie into your lovemaking? I don't, and I'm a comedian. So, starring Amy Poehler, Bradley Cooper, Paul Rudd, Elizabeth Banks, Kristen Wiig, John Hamm, Molly Shannon, Janine Garofalo, Michael Ian Black, Michael Showalter, Christopher Bologna, Ken Marino, Jolo Trulio, Marguerite Moreau, H. John Benjamin, and David Hyde Pierce, and Jordan Peele, and so many more. They're younger, they're hotter, they're wetter. Wet Hot American Summer, First Day of Camp. All episodes are on Netflix right now, but only on Netflix. Sorry, other places you tried to watch this.
Peggy,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
My inhaler is beautiful.
It really is, and it's so well spoken.
Embrace the beauty that you see around you.
Oh, I thought I just wanted to have you all to myself on this honeymoon, but I'm so glad we brought the inhaler.
None of us are ever truly alone, and yet at the same time, we are alone. We are star stuff.
Star stuff.
Hey, Inhaler. I mean, is that what we should call you, or do you have a different name?
I go by many names.
Give us one. You know what? Give us 10.
All right. Tree Boy.
Tree Boy, sure.
Rug Stripe.
Rug Stripe. That's 2.
Elvis.
Okay, very simple. 3.
Boxcar Sam.
4.
Haklamakahak.
5.
Thank you for counting, by the way.
It's my favorite so far.
Oh, 6.
Steve Arivo.
7.
Long Nose.
That seems the most appropriate so far.
He who will not trim his toenails till the fires return over the mountain ridge, and our enemies are vanquished with the blood of their children.
It's 8, I think.
Otherwise known as Tobo.
Oh, does that count as 9?
No.
Okay.
Where do we end up?
We got 2 more.
Okay. Buzz, and Margaret.
Can we call you
Peggy,
Margaret?
my name's Peggy.
Oh my God.
Is it 'cause- it's because my prescription's on your body.
Right, Margaret is long for
That's
Peggy.
my name.
All of your answers are true and false at the same time. Us being both called Peggy is not a coincidence, and yet at the same time it is. I'm a very non-committal Vision Quest guide.
Margaret, we're flying? Where are we going?
We are flying up to the sky, to the halls of where my ancestors look down upon us with judgment.
Like old empty inhalers?
There's kind of a Native American thing going on here.
No,
where
I can hear
invest
that.
in the spirit of... I'm walking a line here.
Sure.
What I'm doing.
I got you.
No jokes about me crying over pollution, please.
Well, you just kind of made one.
Well, I tried to beat you to it. I saw it in your eye.
Wait, Margaret, where's Toadstool?
Oh, Toadstool?
Yeah.
Toadstool? How did you get in my pocket?
Oh, I jumped in.
Hey, thanks for dosing these 2 squares for me, Toadstool. We're gonna have a lot of fun with them.
You're welcome, Margaret.
Yes.
Margaret, take us someplace. Take us on a journey.
Close your eyes.
Journey.
All
We
right.
will go on a journey within. And tell me.
Oh, I don't want to go in.
No,
That's
you don't want. You
I'm
think you
just
don't want
trying-
to, but you do.
no.
Wait, like a
that's why
fantastic voyage?
We took a trip because we were tired of being ourselves.
We are taking the ultimate trip. Look inside and tell me
All right,
what you
okay,
see.
okay.
Attention, Ralph's customers. The bakery items are officially 24 hours old and therefore half off. Lane 4 is open.
Tell me what you saw and experienced, because that is the secret to your true essence and answers all of the questions you have about yourself.
Well, here's what I saw.
Yeah?
I was in a supermarket.
Me too.
And okay, okay. And there was an announcement
Me too.
that the bakery items were now considered day-old bakery items.
Me too.
They were on sale.
Me too.
And they just opened up a lane for people checking out.
Me too.
Was it which lane? Well, let's say it at the same time what lane it was. 3, 2, 1.
8.
Lane 4.
Misconnection.
I have been guiding souls on journeys like these for millennia. And in all of my time of helping people discover their otherness, I have never heard of a vision quest quite so underwhelming.
Really? Because I thought that was nuts that we were in what seemed like the same grocery store.
Yeah,
But
and
then
I had a birthday sheet cake in my basket, and that every day's a party with a birthday.
I had
cake
mini
because
cupcakes.
I am a licensed
Close,
family
close.
and marriage counselor in my other life, and there's a term we use called enmeshing. You two may be a little too close to each other.
Margaret, this other life you speak of,
Yes.
when you do the marriage counseling, are you also an inhaler?
I'm going to need you two to put me back up on the shelf. I can't hear you anymore. Put me back where I can see you.
Okay, where's the camera? This is like a prank, right?
Yeah, I don't.
This is private. This is everything is protected, but I can't.
This is why I
can't
didn't want
see
to
you.
do this, because I knew this was going to be some crackpot idea.
Toby, you can deal with your anger issues in just a minute if someone would just put me back up.
Come out from
where I can
behind
see-
the curtain or
This
whatever.
is all your medical insurance could pay for.
Well, I'm sorry I'm not a millionaire.
Some couples really respond well to therapy. Others, it's not for them.
Hey, you're so smart. I can't make you. I'm sorry. Where are you sitting? I can hear your voice, but I can't see you.
Darling, don't get upset.
No, now I am upset. Now I am upset, and it's over.
It's a new.
Forget it. It's over. I want a divorce. I just want a divorce.
We're here to try
It's
to
too
find
expensive.
out.
How much is this?
Look, it sounds
Paying
like
out
I
of
brought you
pocket.
kids to a resolution of some
Where
kind.
make yourself known now.
Reach into your
Don't-
pocket.
Do not.
Reach.
Do-
Here.
Oh, Margaret. I mean, do you have a lot of repeat business?
Strangely, no. I have a lot of asthmatics. For most of when I get a couple that are both asthmatic, boy, pay dirt. Wow.
Wait.
2 insurance claims going.
Here we are at the hall of your ancestors.
There we are. Yes.
Oh, look at these beautiful, gigantic gates. May we enter, Margaret?
Since you asked, yes.
Oh, is it like sort of vampires' rules?
Very much so.
Welcome to the Hall of ancestors.
Oh, you're gonna like her.
Who are you? This is the largest asthma inhaler I've ever seen.
I am an iron lung. I shall show you wisdom.
Great.
I shall show you wonders.
Oh, we hope to see some.
I shall show you tapenades of many flavors.
How many flavors are there?
7.
I'd like to hear what,
What
those
are
are
they?
if we could.
Yeah, absolutely.
Olive tapenade.
One.
That's a good one.
Red pepper tapenade.
Number 2.
Green olive tapenade.
Up to 3.
Garlic, nut, and raisin tapenade.
Pretty good.
You had me
Sure.
until the raisin.
Parsley tapenade.
Oh, curious.
It's like a Seder.
Yeah.
Cured lemon tapenade.
I hate a preserved lemon.
Peas and mint tapenade. Where am I?
You got one more.
Butter tapenade.
Oh,
What defines a tapenade?
I don't know. What's a tapenade?
It's a rough chop of various ingredients mixed in some sort of oil
But
that
why
you
is
place
it not just a dip?
because it's placed on top as opposed to dipped into.
Ah.
It's more
This
of a
doesn't-
garnish.
This doesn't count as one of the wonders, does it?
No, I wonders and tapenade.
Oh, okay. What shall we call you?
You may call me Iron Lung.
Oh, really?
I don't go in for the fancy nicknames
Oh,
like
I see.
Margie over here.
That's one I don't care for. You know I don't care for Margie, Iron Lung.
Ugh.
Iron Lung, will you grant us one of the wisdoms? What are the wisdoms we must be granted?
Don't.
Let me ask a question that makes sense.
Okay.
Iron Lung,
We just got married.
we just got married, so
It's a
I don't
second marriage
remember.
for me. It's a first for him.
Yeah.
It's a real minefield from what I can tell, in my professional opinion.
Okay, you know what? We're not here for counseling.
We're trying to have a fun drug trip.
We're just
so
trying to
Right.
trip
Yeah.
out.
Oh, believe me, I know.
We're our
trying
faces
hard.
off and trying to get to know each other
We're
better on
trying
a
to
cellular
round
level.
the edges off on the square here, but it's not going so well.
Iron Lung,
Yes.
we seek wisdoms. Will you grant us one of your wisdoms?
Yes. I'm going to skip my number 1 rule, which is don't get married, because you're already
Okay, well,
there.
too late.
Number 2. Don't separate sisters.
Oh my God. Don't separate sisters. Remember
Toadstool.
Toadstool told us the story.
Yeah. What was her sister's name?
Leg cramp.
It creates a butterfly effect.
Iron Lung, can you show us where is Leg Cramp and her husband? Forgive me, Iron Lung, where are Leg Cramp and her husband Nick
Into
now?
me and see!
I'm just sitting here all day wait for you to come up work for Fritos.
You look, I got it. You know, these Fritos don't grow on trees. If Fritos grew on trees, I get it's a freaking Frito tree, put it in the backyard, and then you wouldn't have to hear you yammering and
That's
you
a good
yapping.
idea.
And you
It's a good idea. You should get that
yippity-yappity.
tree. Go
Look,
get
Jeez,
that tree.
Leg cramp, there ain't no such thing as a... Look at the back of the package. They're made out of corn.
Why'd you bring up old Frito tree? I mean, we didn't mean it.
I don't know.
This happens all the
I was
time.
speaking poetically. You gotta be so literal with you. You drive me crazy, Leg cramp.
They can't see us. We're
There's only
watching
one
them
thing
right
I love
now.
in this world, and the Fritos. And that's all I need to be happy.
Jeez. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a bag of jalapeno Fritos,
Okay.
and I'm gonna staple them to the pepper tree out there, and you can pretend like it's Christmas morning and I got a
See,
Frito tree.
You're the only man that knows how to love me.
Oh, Iron Lung,
Yes,
I'm worried about Leg Cramp. She doesn't seem very happy in her married life.
I know. And did you know peppers grew on trees?
I guess I've heard the term pepper tree before, but I never really thought about it.
Maybe he means pepper, like peppercorn.
Leg cramp, get out of that tree. There ain't peppers in that tree. If you want peppers, we go to the garden.
No, I
it's a
keep-
pepper tree, but it don't make peppers. It's just a name for
I'm
it.
still looking. I'll let you know what I find.
You've been up to 2 days.
So it's not like green peppers or something or
No,
bell
I guess
peppers.
it's
They
just
grow on a
called-
vine, maybe?
A pepper tree. Or, yeah. Maybe a pod.
But peppercorns grow on a tree, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We've gotten off topic.
Is this one of the wisdoms? No.
Yes.
Oh, it is.
Know where your condiments and garnishes come from. It
Listen
all
to Iron
circles
Lung.
back to tapenade.
It does.
But Iron Lung, Margaret, can you show us what would have happened had Leg Cramp and Toadstool not been separated?
Yeah.
Well, I got $13 in ones.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want to take a picture with me?
Yeah, I want to take a picture with you. Do I have to pick?
You got any money?
Yeah. I got $13.
Okay, I'll give you my 13.
Okay,
Let's take a picture together. I'll give you $13. You give me $13.
Girls, wonderful news. Everyone at the head office is just thrilled with the work you've been doing. So many pictures taken, so many $5 collected. You're both being made Employee of the Month for the Salton Sea.
That's the greatest moment of our life.
We want to do everything together.
Yeah, I've never been more contented than I am right now.
Me too.
Well, we're renewing your contract for another 35 years. Congratulations.
Oh, boy.
That psychic told us we would die in 35 years, which means we're set for our whole lives.
That means we already know what we're doing. This is great.
Yeah.
So they would have had a better life if they'd stayed together.
Yes. Never separate sisters.
By the way, not for nothing, and I know I asked about Toadstool. This is our trip. Doesn't really seem to concern us too much.
Yes. Well, Toadstool, yeah. You're it's second marriage, and you seem kind of like a drip.
That was very flippant the way that you said that.
Well, you just when
We
you
made
see
a choice
lead
to share our life
character-
together.
Hold on a second. That's right. This is your second marriage. What would it have been like had Peggy stayed married to her first husband?
Follow me.
Peggy,
Put down the paper.
what?
Put down the paper.
Okay,
Put down the paper
it's down.
and look at me when I talk to you.
Oh, okay. I'm looking. Look. These both eyes facing forward. I'm looking at you.
And
Jeez.
then tell me what you were going to say.
I was gonna say, I think I'm gonna invest in this, and I think we're gonna make a lot of money, and I
down
think
the
all of our
paper.
dreams are gonna come true. Well, it's right here on the page.
Put
It's in the financial
down
page
the
where the money
paper.
numbers are, and I'm reading
You
them.
always have to have one goddamn finger on the paper. What is it?
Our potential fiduciary success is right in front of me. If you just let me invest in this company, we'd be set for life.
With the yelling and the abuse.
It's not a yell, it's about the whine.
I mean, you know what? I have a sensitivity, and I can't listen to the way you eat anymore, and that's just the truth. I mean, I have a phonic dysphonia. I can't remember what it's called. Something like that. It's genetic. It is genetic. It
Mommy
is.
and Daddy, are you getting divorced?
We're getting unmarried.
Oh, okay.
There's
So
a
don't worry.
difference, I
Don't worry.
guess.
We're not getting divorced. No one's getting a divorce. No one's getting a divorce. We're just getting unmarried.
And unmarried means I live somewhere else and don't see you very often.
So, no biggie.
You'll probably forget.
In no scenario do they stay together.
Oh, well, that's a relief, I guess, for me.
Some things are just meant to be, or not.
Meant to not be.
Not be.
Because
Wait a
now
minute.
I have this wonderful husband.
Peggy,
Yes? Was I going to say something nice about you?
are you saying that's what I was going to ask?
I don't know. I'm tripping my face off over here, so...
Listen, I just wanted to say, I'm so glad that I married you, and I'm sorry that I took us to this desolate, dry place, but I don't know that we would have had this wonderful drug experience otherwise.
I completely agree with you.
Lesson learned!
But hold on a sec. Iron Lung, wait!
Nope, she's done. She's out. We need the hall, actually, so your trip is almost over, you guys.
Okay, well.
So I'm going to send you back down to the desert now.
Do you have anything to drink up here before
yeah,
we
good
go
question.
down?
All we have are these little coffee drinks?
I'll take it.
We'll take
It's got some water in it, right?
all
A
of
little
them.
All right, these are double mocha apriato espressos?
We'll
I don't know. I don't
We'll take
intake.
all the drinks you have.
I have 2 of them.
And a couple of bags of urine if you have that too.
Oh, there's plenty of urine. People leave urine behind in the hall like
I
crazy.
mean-
They piss themselves.
But it's
they-
bagged up, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, paper bag. So drink it fast.
Fair enough.
And now I send you back down to your normal lives. Take with you the lessons you have learned, the insights you have gained, and the love you share for yourselves and all mankind, because we are all one.
Thank you, Margaret. Thank you.
Woof.
Wow. That was really something.
You know, I thought maybe we would go to a couple of national parks and call it a day. And you have shown me that I have a very exciting life to look forward to with you.
Margaret, perhaps. No, not Margaret.
I'm Peggy.
sorry.
My inhaler's named Margaret.
I'm talking to both of you, I guess. I think that the greatest drug trip is going to be our marriage. And I look forward to spending the rest of my life with you. I wonder what it'll be like when we've been married for 50 years. Margaret, oh, you were such an adorable baby. Thanks for showing me that picture.
Sure.
But as I was saying, I wonder what it'll be like when we've been married for 50 years.
Put down the paper. Put down the paper.
I'm just checking our financial situation.
Put down the paper. I can't understand anything you say. Just put down the paper.
I got some interrupted.
Toadstool.
Yeah.
How are you still alive?
I made Cool Ranch Fritos.
Who would have known? Science could have predicted that Doritos and Fritos and all snack foods.
The Frito-Lay and Frito-Lay would come together.
Yeah. I got an X-ray, and all my ancestors, they're all Fritos.
Because of your all Frito diet, you are the healthiest 103-year-old on the planet.
You have been a loyal servant to us, Toadstool.
Oh, okay. Well, my 35 years is almost up. I'm gonna go find my sister and live a life.
Farewell, Toadstool.
Farewell.
Take me with you, Toadstool. These two are boring as dirt. It's been 50 years of this bullcrap. Take me with you.
Come on, Margaret. Let's go.
Bye,
Goodbye.
Peggy. Here's to another 50 years. Past the Fritos. Oh, what a happy ending. That's our story, ladies and gentlemen. Jessica Chaffin.
Am I hungry for Fritos or what?
Where I wouldn't say no to Fritos.
Yeah.
Where can people find you online?
The World Wide Web.
Could you get more specific?
Well, I'm at Rana and Beverly, and people can listen to my podcast, the Rana and Beverly podcast.
Not only could they should.
They should.
It's great.
And I also have a Twitter handle, but I rarely use it.
But when you do, look out.
Wow.
It's dynamite.
Watch out, because it says almost the same thing as the Rana and Beverly podcast. At Jessica Chaffin. Boo.
And this is August. What would you do? You have shows coming up because you have Ron and Beverly show.
Why don't we just highlight the fact that I have nothing going on, Paul? Just kidding.
You do Ron and Beverly live.
Yeah, you can check out Ron and Beverly at the UCB Theater.
See,
and also if it's August by now, I'm probably starring in some sort of a vehicle
at this point
at the car show.
I think that Spy, in which you were featured, will
Is
probably
that on
be on
DVD?
video, DVD.
Probably.
Yeah, check it out, guys.
do that.
Jessica's very funny in it.
Don't blink and don't go to the bathroom.
Ever. Colleen,
Yeah.
what do you want to tell people about?
This comes out August 10th.
Yes, it does.
Does that mean August 12th, right, is when you're doing...
Yes, finally it's happening.
An exciting thing is Paul is finally doing the Crazy Uncle Joe show at the Groundlings
Yes.
Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Long-form improv like this.
Very excited. This will mark my my Groundlings debut. I've never performed on that
Wow.
stage before.
That is exciting.
And I'm very excited to be performing with you guys. I'm very much looking forward to it. Guys, please come out and see it.
Yeah.
If it's not sold out. Can people buy tickets in advance?
They can, but
Go
this will give them
online,
2 days.
Guys. This will be 2 days heads up.
So hopefully it won't be crazy sold out, but maybe it'll be so crazy sold out that Paul will do it again.
There you go. Where can we find you online, Colleen?
I have a Twitter thing. It's Colleen Smith, COLLEENSMI, or
right.
at Colleen Smith. That's a bit about it. Don't ask me to be your LinkedIn friend.
Me neither.
That goes. I dare say that goes for all of us.
Yeah.
LinkedIn requests.
And don't take it personally when I don't respond.
Hey, you know what else? Google Plus, Google Circles. Don't want any part of any Google Hangouts.
None
Leave
of
me
it.
alone.
None of it.
I don't understand.
But we don't seem to be in control of that. That seems to be a thing, as I've said before, that just happens to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael!
Hi.
Tell people where to find you.
Online?
Tell people, yes, anywhere.
I have an
Anywhere
exciting,
you want to be found.
I have an exciting partnership with GoDaddy, where I gave them a little bit of money and I bought a domain name, so you can find stuff on
DanicaPatrick.com.
That's right.
Yeah.
You do a lot of sexy ads for GoDaddy.
I do. I put on the race car outfit and the wig, and I transform myself. I don't look like myself.
It's quite a transformation.
It's michaelostrom.com if you can spell it. And one thing I
Little
mentioned-
tip: 2 O's at the beginning.
2 O's, and then the third one sneaks in at the
Yeah,
end.
that's right.
Oh, no you. And then one thing we never mentioned is sometimes we both perform. Colleen and I both perform in Puppet Up. I don't know if there'll be shows going
We haven't
on.
talked about that at all.
It's an improv comedy puppet show.
Yes.
And if you want to find out if we're in a show, just go to puppetup.com and
Yeah.
you'll see the schedule for shows.
I
Check
do
that out.
believe we have shows coming up probably in the fall.
Yeah.
At Kirk Douglas and
In
at
LA.
the Pasadena Playhouse
Yeah.
that we did before.
We played it both there.
All of the No You Shut Up puppeteers are Puppet Up people as
Yes.
well,
Yes.
right?
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
Yeah. So all of our friends from the show and from this show, you can see at various times in Puppet Up, which is a really cool thing that you should go out and see if it's going to be happening near you.
Amen.
Guys, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Eban Schletter, of course, you can find him at ebanschletter.com. Eban Schletter on Twitter. Go to his website, buy his various albums. They are worth your time and attention because Eban Schletter is only the best.
Your ears will thank you.
I want to tell you about No You Shut Up. You can watch full episodes on YouTube and on Hulu. As of this recording, we still have not heard if we are coming back for a 4th season. Everyone says positive things, but they have yet to say the magic words. Very frustrating. SpontaneANation Live happens Saturday, September 12th. Come out and see that. The live shows are so much fun at Largo at the Coronet. You can find tickets to that and all of my live dates at paulftompkins.com/live. Give us a good rating on iTunes or anywhere you like to rate podcasts. It helps the show out. It keeps it visible in the rankings and helps people find it. And also it encourages people to listen to it if they see a bunch of positive things. If you have no ideas for a review, here's a thing you can say word for word. You can put out whatever words you want around this, but make sure you say this phrase word for word. What kind of a stupid life was I leading before I heard this podcast? Answer, the worst kind. Just put that in there somewhere and give us 5 stars. Thank you to people who donated to the show. On Earwolf. It helps, it makes us look good, and it helps Earwolf stay open. Thank you to, these people all donated $100 each. Bonnie Johnston, thank you, Bonnie. I like your name. It is a fun name to say. Daniel Cohn, your last name is fun because it's like ice cream. Spelled differently. And Maggie Kaufman. Maggie, it is a diminutive of Margaret, a name that figured heavily in today's episode.
Dun, dun.
Coincidence? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Maggie donated $300 goddamn dollars.
Whoa.
So Bonnie and Daniel, fuck you. I am joking, of course. Thank you very much, everyone who supports the show and everyone who says nice things about it. It means a great deal to me, and I'm glad that people are enjoying it because I am enjoying it so much. It's so much fun to do. Thank you to engineer Ryan for engineering us all the way to the end of the show, which this is. Goodbye forever until next week. This is Paul F. Tompkins and Eban Schletter saying, Semper in presenti!
Womp up the jams, womp it up like a disjoint. What? This feels really weird without the song.
Tough.
Can you at least beatbox?
We can't afford it.
Can you beatbox, bitch?
No, you can't. I can't start the tape over.
Bitch, can you beatbox?
Yeah, sure.
I didn't say do like the mating call of a mountain gorilla, Jane Goodall.
No, that's nailed it.
All right. Hey, I'm Marissa Wampler, and my show is called Womp It Up. We're coming at you from the Marina Del Rey Public High School Library, where I'm a student. And every episode, me and my teacher and quasi-legal guardian,
It's legal in Central and parts of South America.
whatever, we interview the most fascinating teachers, students, and janitors at my school until I overwhelm them with my movie star charm and my incandescent sexuality. Can we play a clip?
Yeah, here it is.
You're not guilty in the eyes of the law.
All right.
Like
Anyway.
O.J. Simpson.
Oh, I don't want to be like O.J. Simpson. That doesn't make me feel good.
Why not? He's a terrific ball player.
Terrific ball player.
Guys.
And a good actor, too.
No, listen.
Not bad.
You're
Great
the
wearing
only
gloves.
people, guys, you're the only people who are going to argue in his defense.
I'm not arguing anything. We're just saying that a court of law.
Court of law found him innocent of murder.
So get to earwolf.com for your favorite
Earwolf.
What'd I say?
.com. Earwolf. Like Alf, your favorite show.
God, I love that show.
Earwolf.com or your favorite podcast app right now and womp up those jams.
Earwolf.
This has been an Earwolf Media production. Executive producers Jeff Ulrich, Scott Ackerman, and Paul F. Tompkins. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.
Earwolfradio.com. The wolf dead.